All right, Ben, tough day and I guess tough series altogether. The scoreboard certainly doesn't reflect, how close some of the racing was, but you must be obviously upsetted to, not come out on the right end of the scoreboard.
Yeah, look, it's frustrating. Our goal was to try and win the America's Cup, and we clearly haven't done that. So we're disappointed, but I am really, really proud of the team. We had our issues coming into this series on the back of the World Series and the Christmas race, and everyone dug deep to pull things around. And that's a huge credit to the team. Ultimately, in this final, we came up against an all-round better package, and they sailed really well. They didn't really give us that many opportunities or make too many mistakes. So yeah, we've got to go away, look at where we fell short, some of the decisions we got wrong, and work out how we rectify that.
And obviously, there's been a lot of talks about the sort of pre-start sort of situations and that final approach. You guys did a nice job of that today and in that last race yesterday, but obviously just not enough. It's just simply boat not quite fast enough in those conditions.
Yeah, I mean, we struggled for speed, as you could see. Certainly under 13 knots, we knew we had a deficit, and we really felt like if we had a chance of winning a race, we had to really get stuck in the starts. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. As you know, in match racing, it's kind of risk reward, and we felt like it was worth taking a risk to give ourselves a jump. A couple of races it didn't work out, but I think it was the right approach. And that last race today, we went down fighting, and pretty exciting pre-start, and we got in front, but it still wasn't enough.
Obviously, the breeze being stable and steady as it was, do you think that kind of removed some of the advantages that you and Giles had and some of the shiftier breezes that we had back in the round robin stages?
Yeah, look, I think in the round robins we probably flattered ourselves a little bit in terms of some of the other teams were having issues. The conditions really suited us. Flat water, 15 knots average, shifty. We were able to, throw the boat around, had good pace, and Giles did a great job getting us in the right spot on the race course. And so that, like I say, probably flattered us a little. When we got into steadier conditions, perhaps a little bit of chop, our boat didn't like that so much.
All right, and just lastly, what are your predictions for the America's Cup? Do you have any sort of insiders who you might be picking early on?
Which bookies to back? Oh, I think I would probably say Luna Rossa. I think you're going to be match fit. Obviously, they come through this series, they're sailing well, and I expect Team New Zealand to have a speed edge. Quite how much, I don't know. I think it's going to be fascinating to see who comes out on top.
Nice. All right, mate. Well, once again, unfortunate result, but I've got to say, awesome job to come back from where things were before Christmas, and hopefully you can bring some of that experience and get the team going forward and come back and have another crack at it.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Giles, obviously a tough day out there on the water, and I guess tough series altogether. Not the result you guys would have been looking for, but how proud of you of how far the team's come along since the end of the last year.
Yeah, immensely proud. As you say, obviously not the series that we wanted. We obviously hope for way better. But the way that the series panned out, we were up against it. The better boat won, and Luna Rossa have got a great organisation. I know that I was with them for the 2013 Cup. They've put together a good package. They're a really well-oiled machine, and they've done themselves proud. And I think all we can do is congratulate them on that now.
Obviously, last time the two teams raced in the round robin, it was a pivotal race, and you guys came away the winners there. Are you surprised at how much their performance has improved since that day?
No, not really. I think both of us have got better as the weeks have gone by. In the round robin, I think the conditions there were probably in our favour, and we had some amazing racing with them that we by it was very nip and tuck, and we just about came out on top. The weather for the finals has been slightly different, and I think we've felt a little bit compromised in those lighter winds. But that being said, we've made our mistakes, and we feel like we lost races that we could have won. So yeah, I think as I say, we have to accept defeat. Wish Luna Rossa well for the final.
And obviously there's been a lot of talk about particularly the start in the series, start of the race, these boats so evenly matched. Obviously, you guys would have put a lot of emphasis on trying to get that right, and you seem to have done that the last couple of days, done a better job of that. Was it just a simple case today of just not having enough wheels to hold on to it?
I think it was. It was on the lighter end today, and the starts have been very key in this series particularly. Today, particularly we wanted to come out swinging. We had the feeling that the forecast wasn't great for us, I think we had 2 good starts today, so we'll go out, we'll hold our heads high, and look onward.
And particularly for you, obviously, it must have been a tough job. Obviously, tactician and conditions today. It wasn't a lot of passing lanes, just a straight line boat speed race.
No, there wasn't. In that northeasterly, the breezes, so it's pretty well. It wasn't that solid today, but it was very consistent in its direction. So yeah, not too much to work with. We tried to throw as much as we could at Rossa today. It wasn't enough. It's as simple as that.
Nice. All right, mate. Well, thanks for coming down to New Zealand. We've enjoyed, all of you and INEOS Team UK's presence down here, and we wish you guys all the best. Hopefully, chance to see you again in the future at some point.
I hope so. The America's Cup's an amazing thing to be involved in. New Zealand have done an amazing job of, putting an amazing event together. The boats I've loved. They've been really cool to develop, amazing to race. It's been a good cup, and looking forward. Hopefully we can do better in the next one.
Nice, mate. Cheers.